went on live and got 2 subscribers and ain't even do nothing. Like, what? What is we doing here? What is we doing? Yo, I know I said I wasn't gonna come live, but I literally went live for 3 minutes and got 2 subscribers. Like, I said, what is that all about? Yo, I'm not crazy. I know I said I wasn't gonna come live tonight, right? I went on live for them 3 minutes and got 2 new subscribers. Thank y'all. Whoever y'all was that just subscribed, thank you. Like, what was that about? You see that? Look on my go look in my studio, Shay, and you gonna see 2 new subscribers. What I do? Look on your phone from your end and see if anybody on. Cause it's not showing me anybody on. Cause somebody like or say hello. Love for all. Hi, love for all. So I went, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I just went. Do it say how many people on? It just showed me one.
One, but I know that's not accurate.
Right, because even when I ended my live, I had 0 views. I literally had 0 views, but 2 people subscribed. I don't know. I just came on live. Thank y'all to the new subscribers. Like, what was that about? Like, what we doing? Come on, people, get on. Dick, I wish I had my other phone with me so I can be checking because I know you busy to go on my live and see if it and is it any more people on here. Is just showing me one person on. And let me know how many people on. And then I know it's late. Is there anybody other than just one person on? 2 people on. How many people show on your end?
One.
It's showing 2 people on my end. So if y'all was just the 2 people that was just on when I went live just those 3 minutes and said I wasn't gonna go live, and I said 21 and then 27 pounds. No, I lost 21 pounds. I don't know, and counting. It's gonna be 27 soon. So yeah, I lost 21 pounds. I know in that live that I just did in 3 minutes for 3 minutes, I said 21 pounds and then 27 pounds lighter. No, I'm 21 pounds lighter, and I just came back on because I literally went live, didn't even show my face, and was telling y'all I wanted to go live tonight, but I left my cell phone. Staying home. So it's sitting up on a light right now. My phone's sitting up on a light. But the reason why I came back live because I got 2 new subscribers from that live. And I didn't do nothing. I just was looking, y'all was just seeing my reflection through the mirror. And got 2 new subscribers. When I literally ended that live, it said 0 people was on, but 2 new subscribers. So if y'all the 2 new subscribers that's on right now, I thank y'all.
It would say four.
Oh, so it's still showing me one. My daughter just said it say 4 people on, but it's showing me one person on. I'm in Philly right now because my daughter and my nephew want. But I already told y'all. Rob Wave is the only one my daughter will go see. And the reason why I like going with my daughter because I just don't trust. It's like I'm her protector. I'm her bodyguard. You know. And I mean, and I know my nephew was there and his girlfriend was there. I just like going, and my daughter paid for my ticket. Okay. She paid for my ticket. Y'all know them days is over with for me. But I told y'all before in many of my lives, I would pay my money to see Broadway. Broadway, he speaks, he divorced for the ghettos. He is just the truth. And plus, he don't deal with the industry. How many people? It's still showing me one, but I know it's more people on because literally, if y'all was just on when I went live that few minutes ago, it said nobody was on, and when I ended that live, I had 2 new subscribers. So that's why I'm back. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. But yeah, that's why I'm in Philly. I went to um, I went to the Raw Wave concert with my daughter and my nephew and his girlfriend. My daughter paid for all our tickets, jail. She paid for all our tickets. But again, Raw Wave is somebody I told y'all before on so many of my lives. He is somebody I would have paid myself if she didn't pay for our ticket. But I just like to go. And y'all know I used to be a concert fanatic, right? You named it, I've been to it. I mean, I can tell y'all my favorite concert of all times to the least one to whatever. I used to love concerts. But these days I don't go no more. And my daughter, she wanted to she wanted to go, and I just was like, no, I want to go with you. That is just like too much of a, you know, I'm more experienced than my daughter, like, so she paid for L ticket, and that's why I went. But Royal Wave, I told y'all so many times, that is the only one my daughter goes to see. That Raw, and he don't deal with the industry. He don't deal with the wicked industry. He do not mingle with the demonic souls. But I'm trying to see what kind of. I never seen a pink wine. Let me see. I mean, I have seen a pink wine, but
Shona.
this is bare. I guess my daughter could ready drink it. But bare bone rose. she told me. She
Somebody
told me.
asked if you was from America.
She told me to show us. Sis, are you from America? Yes, I'm from crooked, the crooked America. Unfortunately, yes, I am. Why did you ask? Why did you ask? Next level. Could you tell me why you asked? Yes, I'm from America, and we was taught America is the greatest country of them all. We was lucky when we was going to school. We was lucky to be living in America, right? But what I was going to talk to y'all about tomorrow is that y'all know I lost 21 pounds and counting um by Lord's willing, by my 50th birthday, Lord's willing, I want to be 50 pounds lighter. So that's my birthday present for me. Happy holidays to y'all and all that old good stuff. If y'all been following me on my Twitter days, I love the holidays. Love the holidays. Always have. Even as a kid, when we barely got what we got toys, but it was never what we wanted. But I always love the holidays. I don't like watching the cartoons, so y'all know every year the the cartoons come on, like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, um, Frosty the Snowman. I cannot watch those cartoons. I wasn't able to. For some reason, I wasn't able to watch those cartoons. Maybe like what would you say when I say turn them?
2015.
Like 2015. I can't watch those old school. It just remind me of my childhood. Y'all can see my double chin. It reminds me of my childhood and me and my twin brothers. Y'all know. So I don't like watching that. But other than that, I love the holidays. Always have, always will. Love my Christmas songs. People coming on. Oh, okay. Washington D.C. I when we was in last in Washington D.C. Well, right now I'm in Philly. Yep, we was in D.C. when we went to see Broadway last year. I told you my daughter is a Broadway fan. She loves Broadway. Broadway is the only one she support. Y'all, we don't do that
Especially
industry
when
no
he came
more.
out with that soul fly girl. I said, yeah, he don't want.
Yeah, when he came out with that, so he just speaks to the hood, and it's just like
That's
seeing
literally all your
all
nephew's
those,
favorite rapper too.
huh?
Literally all your nephews. That's their favorite
Yeah, I
rapper.
told them that so many of my lives. All my nephews is just like crazy overall wave. Um, he divorced for the black, but I can't say I saw a Chinese young guy playing his music real loud. I mean, he just a voice for like the youth, if that makes sense. And I like him too. I mean, I guess I'm not considered the youth, but one thing I have noticed is everybody in that we was all raised the same. We was all raised the same. If you from the hood, the ghettos of America, we was all raised the same. I even followed this guy on Instagram. I wish I knew his name, but oh my goodness, he be just showing like the little small things, and it just be making me relive my childhood all over again. Yeah. I wish I knew his name because I was shit. Y'all know I love giving people their props. Um, but yeah, guys, happy holidays and all that good stuff. Again, I was not going to go live. When I ended my live telling y'all I was going to go live tomorrow, I had 2 new subscribers. Why? I don't know. I only went live for 2 minutes. Was showing myself in my little slim self, like I ain't slim yet. Showing how I slimmed down in the mirror, and was just telling y'all I was gonna go live tomorrow, and I ended the live. It had 0 views, but 2 people subscribed. We really did miss you, boo. Oh, somebody said we really did miss you, boo. Stop playing with me, y'all. Stop playing with me, y'all. Don't pump me up like that. Oh, thank y'all. Let me tell y'all something. The last time I was on my live, and let me tell y'all, I feel good, feel great. Um, and you know what? Every time I say I'm going to show y'all what I eat for the day, I just be so happy to eat. I don't even be taking a picture or showing y'all what I make and stuff like that. But for instance, I brought 2 big old batches of fresh collard greens, cut those up with some turkey necks for the whole week. So I just take a big old bowl for the whole week, and that's what I eat. Again, I don't know how I start doing this, y'all. I is blowing me. It's blowing me. I never thought I would be the one to say I eat once a day. Am I lying? Y'all, I don't know if it was that colon hydrotherapy sessions that I was getting, but I eat once a day. Blows my mind. And I will say, when I do eat, I'm excited to eat. I'm excited. I wake up being excited to say, okay, what I'm gonna eat for the day. And though I made a whole thing of, when I make food, I try to make it for the week. I won't take it. Some days I might switch it up. Even though, like, I just made a whole thing of collard greens. Before that, I made a whole thing of um a big pot of what's it, cabbage with fresh corned beef in there. So that's a and I be saying I'm gonna show them everything I eat, and then during the day I have, if I don't make a smoothie, I'll eat fruit throughout the day, but that's it. And 21 pounds lighter, and yeah, that last live, I was like, I felt so uncomfortable. I'm like, I was getting big how it was before. And also, I know, guys, I had said a while ago, I had told y'all I was like really, really big, and I had got big after like my like, oh gosh, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Like my my first breakup with the same person, right? And I got real big or whatever. And I told y'all I had got not plastic surgery, not plastic surgery. Right, not plastic. Let me tell y'all, I will never over my dead body if I would ever do anything to my face. I meant to say weight loss surgery. So I had got weight loss surgery, and during that time I had got really, really big, and I was like almost that size. I was like, oh no. So my last live, I was so uncomfortable. Oh my goodness, so uncomfortable. And I know I also want to clear something else up too. I remember, well, I don't really have to clear it up, but y'all know I'm anti. Like, I don't like the BBL, the lip injections, all that old plastic, just altering your face and your body and the butt. And, like, I'm anti that. And I know I had said a while ago that I had got tummy tuck. But I want to say the tummy tuck that I got years ago, it was not cosmetic, if that makes sense. So when I lost all the weight, and I told y'all so many times, I thank God that I don't have, I call it a chitlin body, right? So the chitlin body is when like you just lose weight so fast and you just get wrinkled and stuff. Like, I thank God I don't have that. So what happened was I lost weight, everything like, everything. My body, my skin's still tight, but my stomach, it was like really, they call it a muffin top. So my tummy, I didn't get the whole where your stomach this small and you snap. I just got that skin removed. So all that skin, when I lost all the weight the first time, when I got my weight loss surgery, and it was the lap band. They don't even do that no more. So I didn't get like a tummy tuck, a cosmetic tummy tuck. I did not get that. What I got was, again, after I lost my weight, my stomach was the only thing that hung. So they didn't give me what you would see how these girls got the little skinny waist. I just got all that fat that was hanging from my stomach when I first lost all that weight removed. So that's not a cosmetic surgery. That's not that. So I want to clear that up, and that was more like a medical, because all that skin that was hanging, that wasn't good. So yeah. So again, that wasn't cosmetic. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you about, so y'all know last time I went live, I just felt uncomfortable. Again, I'm 21 pounds, not 27, but 21 pounds lighter and counting. I always say, my daughter say, claim 27. Oh yeah, I'm, you know, oh, she said I look 27. um, but yeah, guys, oh look, I got my ESPs up here. Cause I had, did you lose my diamond earring, or I lost this diamond earring?
It was me. I dropped it.
Oh yes, my daughter dropped my diamond earring, and I was like, I don't want to just have one diamond earring. Um, so
I flew out the country. You did all types of stuff.
yeah, and my daughter. So my daughter went out the country what a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. She wanted me to go. Let me tell y'all, my daughter wants me to go everywhere. I'm like, I'm not going to no, I'm not going out of the country. You go ahead. So her a girlfriend of hers went, a coworker went to Punta Cana, and if she had her way, I'd be everywhere with her. I'd never be
They
home.
be wanting you to come too, though.
I know her friends be wanting me to come too. I tell y'all, I'm telling y'all, I may look bored on here, but totally different in real life. It's crazy. I remember, see, I'm getting ready to jump off the subject, but I remember, when my time when I used to be on social media. And y'all know I never was a social. I'm talking about when I had like a actual social media page, right? So I used to, this is before I even made all of this, right? Back in 2000, and I used to post pictures, but I never was. I'm like, how? Why do people? I never understood that, right? I never understood why people post pictures, right? So I would try to, and everybody followed me. People I knew. I was still, hanging out a lot around that time, and I remember one day I had said on there. I took a picture. I said, and this was my caption. I swear, I'm so boring on here, but if y'all meet me, I'm way more interested in person. And I got like over like 400 likes. And mind you, my pictures used to do like um 20 likes, 10 likes. These were people I follow, only people I knew that I followed. And when I had said that comment, so that was everybody agreeing with me, like, yeah, you come off way different on, I guess, on the internet. But everybody loved it, that picture that I had posted, and I said that I swear I'm way more what I say, way more interesting in person. But back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about. What I was talking about. Oh yeah, my daughter, she be wanting me to go everywhere with her. I'm like, I'm not going to no Dominican Republic. You go here. This was 3 weeks ago, and she was like, when she came back from the trip, I had every look. I started getting pointy nails. She was like, well, wait a minute. You said you don't like pointy nails. I said, well, they not long. So this is, and plus they grew. This is like my third time getting these. So, well, getting a filling, and it was like really, really short. And I'm not getting it no longer than this. So, but she was like, you've been doing everything. And I went to get my ears pierced. She was like, well, what made you get your ears pierced? What you want? You turned into a rock chick? I said, no, I just got tired of seeing my little diamond earring and jewelry. And it just was reminding me like, dang, one of my earrings lost. So I had just went and got I took my little diamond earring and got my ears pierced. I sure did. But yes, but let me tell y'all, if it's up to my daughters and her friends, I would be every day over here. But what I wanted to talk to y'all about. So I talked to y'all about that, and I just wanted to bring that up. Like, I know I had said on one of my lives, 'cause I be going back watching some of my lives, and I did talk about that the tummy tuck, it wasn't cosmetic, it was medical. And y'all know a medical tummy tuck and a cosmetic tummy tuck is two different things. And once my stomach became flat, everything started going in. When I started gaining my weight back, it would start going in my breath. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that I am anti. And no, I didn't get my butt done. That wasn't even, I don't even, when I got that skin removed, that wasn't even a thing, I don't think. But whatever. What I was going to talk to you about. So last time I was on live, y'all know I just felt uncomfortable. I just was getting so big, and that's why I started talking. That's what brought me back to my weight loss surgery that I got many, many years ago. But just making changes and stuff, and doing a lot of things. Not only did I get the cold and hydrotherapy, I also got what else I get? What that thing we went to when we would for the bone, the sauna. It's like a LED sauna type of thing. What it was called?
Contrast therapy.
Contrast therapy. So
Like a cold plunge.
you dip yourself in cold ice water. Then you jump in. You go inside this sauna, a LED light sauna, and that would help with the bones. It would tighten. It's supposed to tighten your skin and help hit something. To me, I think it was a waste of money. Blame my daughter. She the one got me doing that. Got me to do that
It's like
stuff.
a lot of athletes do it when they like have a real bad, not a real bad, but a real severe workout and that muscle sore. But it worked immediately. Like I got in that cold plunge, got out with the ice cream
I
on.
ain't do that cold plunge. I set my behind right in that sauna. I tried to do that cold plunge, but they said it was good for the skin, like toning the skin and um bones and all that stuff. So did that. Um, the hydro, the cold and hydrotherapy. I would suggest anybody to do that. Um, waka waka, waka 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 to you too. Um,
Definitely they sing that song by Shakira. Waka waka waka, hey hey, waka waka,
oh,
hey
it's a
hey,
song.
na 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 na, something like that.
Oh,
It's time for a rapper.
but
Oh, you trying to say you look African?
oh, thank you. Oh, let me tell y'all. Thank you. That's a compliment. But what I was ready to say. So, just doing, just trying to, you know, go on this little health thing. But, and then, y'all ready for this? Is y'all ready for this? In the time that I was away from here, y'all know, I'm like, the biggest thing is, um, why I, you know, can't get okay. For instance, when I did videos, did videos, and y'all see how I flow with my videos. But when I'm on here, it's like I can't get it. I don't know what it is. I can't get it together, and that is so frustrating. Y'all know I done prayed about it. I talked to God about it. Like, what is it? Why can't I, just come to y'all and just let it flow, and just talking without stuttering and without just it just seems like I be all over the place, and I'm like, when I do my lives, I just don't like, what is it? And I told y'all I done prayed about it. So let me tell y'all something. And I forgot all about this. So I was just like, you know what? Let me call my therapist. Now, remember, guys, my therapist was somebody that not no doctor referred me, told me to, go to, never was depressed, never ever was depressed, never took no type of antidepressant pills, none of that, and I'm so thankful for that because, and the reason why I'm saying that, because I had just met this girl. Um, she does hair, right? And looking at her, it seems like, and she's like really popular doing hair, and it seems like she just has it all. But just to know that, she takes some type of antidepressants, shocked, shocked it, shocked me. And this girl seems like she has everything, and this is why. Or even tonight when I went to the Raw Wave show, and we went to like all his shows. My daughter always, I always come along with them, whoever she go with. Um, the uncle of Raw Wave, he killed himself. I'm like, he literally, I just seen him like 2 concerts ago walking through the crowd, and it's like Raw Wave doing a song about him, and and he killed himself. I'm like, that, y'all, money does not buy happiness. I tell people this all the time. I've been telling people this since day one. Money does not buy happiness. And me, my nephew tonight, my daughter, and his girlfriend, we was just driving back to the hotel, just like, dang, like, here we blessed enough where we never, like, we never ever experienced the, people taking antidepressants and, you know anxiety pills, and it's like, I just thank God that I never ever ever, God is good, God is good. And just us regular people, I'm talking for myself and my family, where we never dealt with that. I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful and blessed. And you just meet people every day that's just, that's going through it. And even when I was, y'all know, y'all follow me, y'all know my childhood. My childhood wasn't the best. My childhood, but y'all know, we jumped off. Me and my brother jumped off the porch early. We lived our life. Do you hear me? We had one, and I can speak for my brothers when I say we had one hell of a life when it came to just having fun and doing, just waking up every day and just having fun, doing us. So I'm just blessed. So I'm saying all that to say, never been on depression pills and anxiety pills. And like I say, us in the black community, well, for me, I'm gonna speak for me. I may joke a lot, the way how my anxiety is set up, but I never had it to the fact where I had to take anxiety pills. So God is just good. God is good. So I'm saying all that to say, so again, I never, no doctor ever prescribed me to see a therapist. I never went to my doctors, and I got the same doctor I had for years. Never, nothing in my chart saying I'm depressed or, you know, uh, need help of any sort. Again, like I said, on all my lives, whenever I talk about this, it was me that said, you know what, I want to see a therapist, and I don't want to see the therapist that my doctor may, if I tell him I want to see a therapist, I don't, because you got to be, okay, so therapists that insurance covers, right? You hear that like they're just not the best, right? So I took it upon myself years and years ago to see a therapist, right? So I went to see that therapist. Again, my doctor didn't prescribe me to see the therapist. I wanted to see the therapist because I used to fight all the time. And again, I also want to say, when I always talk about I used to fight all the time, it wasn't because I used to get picked on a lot or, and that was my childhood. And even in my childhood, when I was, you know, 5, 6, 7, when me and my brother went through our childhood trauma, I was a female. I was a girl. So, yes, the kids used to pick with me because I was the quiet one. But we was all girls. They never picked with me because I had on no name tennis or anything like that. So my brothers got it worse than me when it came to getting picked on outside. Like with the kids and stuff. I was a little girl, and girls just they used to just bully me because I was quiet. And my bullying stopped in fourth grade. So I wasn't. Y'all know the story. These girls used to bully me. These four girls used to bully me. No, it was more than four. It was me, Stacy, Keisha. Yeah, five girls. Five girls used to bully me, and this is in fourth grade. And I used to tell my teacher all the time, Miss Griswold, and y'all know I tell y'all this story all the time. So, uh, she was just so mean. Sit down, and I remember telling my mother, "I'm not going to school. I'm gonna sit in the playground. I ain't know about hooking. I used to say I'm gonna sit in the playground. I'm not going to school because these girls keep beating me up, and I keep telling you, and you not doing nothing." And I had a Kermit the Frog red book bag, fourth grade now. My mother said, You take that Kermit the Big book bag, and you beat them all upside their head." And I did just that.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. What I say?
Kermit the Big.
Oh, Kermit the Frog, right? Kermit the Frog, the green little thing. And that went with Miss Piggy. And I did just that. And after that, those girls, I became the leader of, since the fourth grade, I was like the leader of the crew. Nobody bothered me. They used to bring me candy and stuff. So that's where the fighting started, like, so again, that was in fourth grade. So I didn't go through middle school or go through, by middle school. What? What? Whew. By middle school, I was the stuff, right? But yeah, that was a good old days. I'm sorry. Let me say, my daughter. I'm always talking about this. I was driving to the concert today, talking about my time. You know, having fun and stuff, and telling my nephew and my his girlfriend and my daughter when we was driving up here. We was still like in Baltimore, talking about little strips and stuff, how it used to be. But yeah, but so yeah, when I say I used to fight a lot, it wasn't because I was getting bullied. That was from fourth grade. Think about it, fourth grade. That stopped. So I never was fighting for getting bullied, right? And I never and also let me say I was no ugly chick. I was a cute little chocolate thing, right? So I never was, nobody picked with me. I never was fighting for defending myself, right? And I wanted to make that clear because I see a lot of people, um, you know, talking, a lot of channels I follow, and they talk about Claressa a lot. And they say, she had to defend herself because she probably was. No, I think she said, one of the commentaries, one of the YouTube channels had did a commentary on one of the interviews she did, and they said that she had to fight a lot and she had to defend herself because people used to say she was ugly or didn't have the latest stuff. No, so I want to clear that up because I used to always say I fight a lot, and they probably think, okay, she had to defend herself. No, I was that girl, I was that girl. But it all started from fourth grade, and then it all became like my is that you giving me those crying laughing
Who
emojis?
watching this?
Oh, my dude, somebody laughing at me. So I just want to make that clear. I never was that girl that like, oh, let's beat Shanika up because she ugly or get. Let me tell y'all something. By sixth grade, no, what school, middle school start? Fifth grade, sixth grade, what? Um, but so yeah, again, fourth grade, that it was that easy. It was just that easy to fight somebody, and I became the leader of the crew. And they bringing me cookies and penny candy, and just from beating them all up at one time too. At one time, I guess that's what spooked them, right? And so fourth grade, so I already had it in my head. That they changed me. These girls that used to pick with me and beat me up every day after school in fourth grade. So since the fourth grade, all the way throughout. I thought I was big bad Shanika, and then I'm like my bro, not never my brothers, but my cousins. So my brothers, my male cousins. I got this girl. I get my cousin on because and then I was the baby out of all these boys. So I get my cousin on you. So that's how that came about. And then being so I used to just go around, fight her. She got some on me, even my female cousins. So I just wanted to be clear. People used to call me and be like, here, fight this girl. And then that's how I got to fighting. And nobody never picked with me. Nobody never picked with me. Even during my trauma and when we ain't have the best in elementary school, let me say, nobody never picked with me because again, I was a girl and I wasn't, we was girls, so my mother, we was clean going to school. We just didn't have the latest, and really it was just the boys that again. But nobody never picked with me because I was ugly because I didn't have. Um, Again, like I say y'all from day one, middle school, I was the stuff. Middle and high school, and just throughout my life, pretty much. Um, what a time in the 90s and late 80s. But so I'm telling y'all how my fighting came about. So people would always call me, I want you to fight this girl. Or I found my boyfriend, my cousins, my boyfriend would go with this girl or talk to this girl. I want you to come up here and fight her. So that's how that came about. So I was taking off my jewelry, back in the day, the fight and stuff. Hey, hold my jewelry. It was a mess, but so then, as I got older, I just kept fighting it, just fighting. Then also think about this: seeing somebody tell me fight, okay, who is it? The girl never did nothing to me, And then of course it was fights that I used to fight for other people. Like, I put it like this: all my fights never came from me. Nobody ever picked with me. The only time I got picked on was from first grade to fourth grade, and that stopped in fourth grade. I was still a baby in fourth grade. Jesus, when you think about it, you're still a baby. And so I became this leader in fourth grade. So that put in my head, like, okay, everybody scared me. So that's how I came about. And as I got older, none of the fights never was for me, always for other people. And then just say beat up or fight a cousin girlfriend, and I see her 6 months later, we fighting again. So that's how that all came about. It never was for me. And then I used to always also fight. I don't know why I'm sitting up here talking about fighting, but it's gonna make sense. Give me a minute. It's gonna make sense. And I used to also fight people. I was always the bully. Like I told you on one of my lives, in middle school, it used to be like girls, like 3 to 4 girls used to come on my porch every day so they can walk to school with me. So, cause they know they wasn't getting picked on and up, and so I was that fly girl and that it girl and that girl not to be played with. So and I know you figuring, okay, so if they come to get you every morning and y'all all going to middle school together, why did they why was they keep picking with her, picking with these girls, and they had to come get you? Back in Baltimore days, in middle school and in some of high school, but people from other schools used to always come down other schools. So people in the school knew, you know, those Shanika friends, they not going, but it was always somebody from other places and other neighborhoods coming to schools. That was a thing, and they will bank you and beat you up. Yeah, that was a thing. Um,
Real quick, the two people I said looked like they was going because they had it on. It was there. It was there.
oh, for real.
What a boy show out. It show out. Say what you want about one or more girls, but I
I know
said
it is so ghetto.
unmatched. The guys too. You feel
So
me?
let me go back to my comments. This is all gonna make sense. I'm not sitting up here like, what is this girl sitting up here talking about fighting for? It's just gonna make sense. So
But they was asking why did you get to the point?
in here.
Somebody put them in timeout. You got to read it. That was when you put them in timeout. Come on, get to the point.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to tell you. So
You can clear your
um
thought.
yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm rambling. So let me. So I just want to make it clear. I wasn't that girl that was getting picked on because or getting always getting in fights because I was getting picked on. I was that girl. Please believe that. um, and I'm not here trying to brag. If I was, y'all, I could have many times I was on my live. I could have showed y'all pictures, right? But I mean, now that's when you say, okay, this girl's showing up. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, a story. So with the fighting and stuff. So it was like, okay, I always like, then when you get older, I'm getting in my late 20s, my early 30s. I'm like, you know what? Why am I just so on go mode when somebody, I don't even, if somebody I know, say, get this girl, fight, or I'm at it. Like my cousins always telling stories. Every time we get together in gatherings and stuff, I'm always the storyteller. It's always about me when we was kids, and you know, it's crazy. But I was always on go mode, and it wasn't until I got in my late 20s, early 30s, where I was like, you know what, I want to see why am I always. 'Cause, like, I used to be, like, the bully. I used to always be the bully. And I was like, you know what? I want to see why am I always. 'Cause, like, I used to be the bully. And I was like, you know what? I want to see why am I always. 'Cause, like, I used to be the bully. And I was like, you know what? I want to see why am I always the heck is that? One in front of that door?
This one?
Yeah.
I thought it was the front door.
No, it was this one, girl. That's why, yeah. Let me tell y'all something. Always get them little lashes. It's a door in here. Yo, it wasn't that main door, it was this door. We got them hotel lashes. Oh my goodness.
Mm. Don't forget to do hidden camera. You brought the hidden camera detector?
Yeah, it's charging. They was really trying to get in this door.
The blood of Jesus.
Yo. It's probably them. Yo, oh yeah, I'm still getting. But we gonna get to this. See, I supposed to be telling all this just tomorrow and up. So, um, yo, the day in the life. I'm telling y'all, this is crazy. Like if that lash wasn't on there, they would have came through. And it's like a hidden door. It's like I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all before we end the live. So, um, your life starts slowing down. I mean, I'm still, going out having fun and this, that, and the third. But it's like, why am I always angry? Why can't I just? It was me that said, I don't want no. I'm not going. Because again, my nothing in my chart say depressed or angry. Nothing. Everybody say I'm a pleasure. It was this Korean lady, told me the other day, and them Koreans, she Korean, right?
Yeah, she said she was Romanian.
Yeah, she Korean. They really into like spiritual, like, energy and all that stuff. And she said, you have the most peaceful, most, what she say, peaceful and what spirit?
And
um
calm.
and calm spirit. She said you have the most peaceful and calm spirit. And them Koreans, they very spiritual with that stuff. Like they, but so um nothing in my chart, my doctor, even I told y'all one time, I said, what if I told not my doctor but his assistant, what if I told you for the last, it wasn't 5 years at this time, like for the last 2 years I've been getting, stalked, harassed, and being followed by airplanes and stuff, helicopters and stuff. She looked at me real quick and said, "Girl, give me your arm so I can take your blood pressure." That's just, I say all that, and I keep saying it because I said it before to let you know that's the type of person I am. Nothing in my charts that show, or that would make them think that anything crazy or anything. So, um, again, so it was me that, and I said I'm not going to use my insurance because my insurance, insurance is insurance. You always hear horror stories when you hear, not horror stories, but with therapists that take insurance versus out of pocket insurance. Out of pocket therapy, right? So I used to say, I want to go. I used to always say to myself, now mind you, I'm in my 30s. The black community wasn't saying therapy then. It was me that said, saying to myself, I'll go see a therapist just to see. Mind you, I'm still so young and naive with a lot of stuff. I'm not even taking my childhood and merging it together with why I'm always on go mode to fight whenever I'm ready, whenever it's, on site type of thing. And I said, I want to see a therapist. I want to see a therapist. So I started looking for therapists where I have to pay. So again, my doctor, nothing in my medical chart say I sent her to see a therapist or she needs to see a therapist or I think she depressed. None of it. It was me. And again, in my medical charts, my doctor, you will never see nothing about therapists because I paid my own money to see a therapist. So I remember I saw the first therapist I saw, which is the same therapist, and so now we getting into why I was talking about the fighting, right? So so if that person's still on here, I don't know. They said they put them on timeout. So I called my therapist many years ago, right? When I was in my early 30s. yeah, early 30s, like 31, 32. And like, it was 100, like back at that time it was like $110 a session. And I told her, and I'm just saying, I'm not even telling nobody I'm going to see a therapist, because again, this is something black people don't talk about, especially in them days, the early mid 2000s. Might not talk Black people not talking about no therapy. You always hear anybody saying no therapy. They don't care, in my community. And so I used to say this to myself, and I'm gonna see it, and so I did it, and I looked her up myself, and I just was going out, didn't know what I was doing, just going out of line finding therapy. Pages still was out there, right? So I called her, and me and her just kicked it off. She told me, I had like 3 sessions, and she was like, so, she told me where I was always so angry, and not angry, but just it got to be something there. I wouldn't say angry, but something to, whereas you always just on go mode. You ready to fight whoever, and you don't even, your cousin didn't call you, and you there. Okay, I'm on my way. And God has been with me though, but because I mean I can tell y'all some stories with dealing with like weapons and stuff, and it's just crazy in them times. So she brought it together, and I'm like, when she helped me to understand why I was always on go mode, wanting to fight all the time. Of course, it had something to do with my childhood, growing up, being uh, going through trauma, and it wasn't my mother; it was my mother's boyfriend, right? That treated me and my brothers so mean. And y'all know the story is here up on YouTube. I gotta start titling my lives, but y'all know the story with that, and it ended pretty, you know. Um, it ended pretty early with the trauma, because again, y'all know the story. One of my brothers, he was like 13, 12, 13. He stood up to him, and after that, so my brother was like 12, 13. Put like this, we jumped off the porch early, right? So after that, he just stopped being mean to us and stuff. But it all made sense, and she was helping me, and she was telling me what to do, and how to control it, and just start telling people, no, you're not fighting, you tired of doing that, you know it. And before you know it, and she also told me to step away from people, my family, like my boy cousins, my female cousins, because they was always calling me when they want me to fight somebody. So they said, just get your number changed, and she just helped me in that process, and I started understanding why I was so wanting to fight all the time. So I want to take that back. I know I always say I was just so angry. I was just so angry. I wouldn't say I was angry. I was just always down for whatever, with the latest stuff on, with the latest on, So I always had. I wasn't unfortunate and going around with messed up hair and looking crazy and people picking with me. No, I always had, and just was always on go mode, and I was that girl. I was the cousin that everybody wanted to show off, and this is my cousin. I get on, yeah, she look fly, but she is still, one of those type. She is still fight while looking fly, like one of those. So she helped me with that. So here is a relationship with a therapist. Boom. Had some sessions with her. She helped me a great deal with tying that all together. Trial. I'm like, dang, who would have known that my child? I was a kid. I was a baby. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first time I can remember abuse from him, I was like 4, and so.
Somebody listening, how you say two.
Oh, oh, T. My daughter just got back on and said somebody laughing at me, saying too. So, you know, that was that, and years later. So I'm going again. I'm going. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Tell y'all something. Your girl lived, okay? That's why I said what's going on with me now, and still is, guys, still is. They would have had They would have had to run for their money. Neek was never home, always on the go, right? Always into something. But yeah, they follow me here too. Let me tell y'all something. We gonna get there. Y'all, 2026. Mm, I ain't playing with it, but so let's back up. So fast forward. I already know I got my therapist. We even when I don't even talk to her, she'll send me cards over the years. You know, I'm going on about my life, still living life, going out, hanging out, just you know, boom. The Twitter days. Y'all know I love Twitter. We ain't gonna get too deep in it. We ain't gonna get too deep in it. All right. All of it was happening. Things was happening. Y'all know so many stories up here about it on this page about it. I even did a video. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. This is my channel on. Let me tell you. I forgot all about. I did a video on that talking about my therapy. I think I titled it "Am I Depressed?"
Yeah.
I got good memory, going. I got good memory. I got good memory. So yeah, I did that. That was the second go round that I saw her. So again, I didn't need no therapist. I did. She had helped me handle why to get over me fighting again, get over me fighting and all that. And I'm so glad I brought that to y'all. I was like, I don't want nobody thinking that I was just roughing it and people and everywhere I looked, somebody trying to fight me because how I looked and I'm dirty and this and that. Like, no, oh, no. um, always. Let me tell y'all something. Always was that girl. Um, so I called her again because all this was going on Twitter and it was just like crazy. And mind you, I want to say this. I don't know if I said this on my live. I when I called her, about what was going on, like what's going on? Why everybody make it seem like I'm the bad person? Like so, um, when I did that, damn, what I was trying to say. When I did that, when I called her back up, I literally called her for that. That's how crazy it was. Cause again, guys, in the real world, everybody loves me. I'm sorry, I don't know. Like what? Like everybody loved me. Like in the real world, like everybody clings to me. Like even the Korean lady the other day was like, I just want you to know your presence is so relaxing and calming. Like this is real life. So I love just being a fan of the celebrity world and people making it clear that we don't love we don't want we don't love you, right? That was like really, but I'm like, dang, how like that is crazy that in real life everybody love me, but online I'm just but so I did call her and I did a video on it, and I remember she's I was like, is something wrong with me? Because online I'm getting all this backlash from and I told y'all the story so many times. I post somebody, they delete, I post a picture of somebody. I can post something that, for instance, BET um posted of a celebrity, right? I go back on my page the next day, that picture deleted, right? From my page. And stuff like that, right? So whatever, we not gonna get into that. We not gonna get into that, right? So she was like, Shanika, no. And I was just like, is something wrong with me? This is in my Twitter. And I even did the video. It's on here, y'all. Go look it up. Like, I think I'm depressed. She said, Shanika, it's nothing wrong with you. She said, you're fine. She said, you're fine. And I think I talked about this. I think I did it live about this. She said, don't, she said, the world we're living in is changing rapidly. And this was in 2000. When this was? When I did that video, am I depressed? That was in like
2021. After
2021.
COVID, right?
Yup, around
2020 or 2021.
2020 or 2021. It's up
I
here.
have to go check.
She said, "You're fine." She said, "The world is changing so fast with this new social media, the social media stuff." She said, "And what is happening is you looking around, saying like, what is going on? This is not normal. Or what's everything that's happening?" She said you said you because I was telling her a little bit about it. She said you speak out against people reshaping their face and getting whole new faces and getting lip injections, and like you trying to understand it all. Like, what is this? You so used to the simple days.
April 2021.
Oh, my daughter just looked.
Like
It's
3 days
April.
after your birthday.
April of 2021. That's when I did the video, and it's called "Am I Depressed?" I want y'all new people to go look at it. If y'all two new subscribers back on, thank y'all for subscribing. When I just went live early, y'all is the ones who made me come back, because that really like blew my mind. Like, I didn't even do nothing. I got two new subscribers. So hi, I'm Shanika, and we talking. So she said, and you saying, all this stuff not right. You used to the simple things where everybody in the 90s were different and looked at different, and nobody was worrying about we the outfits, we weren't worrying about faces, and everybody just had originality, and everybody just looked at 90s and just different and doing them, and you know that that's normal. Everybody just accepted them for them and loved them for them. And it's like now, in this new world, when you look around, everybody is changing, and then they getting butts, and like, why? And you just don't understand it, right? And you talking up against it, but the more you talk up against it, people looking at you like, no, you're the crazy one. What are you doing talking up against it? She said, so no, you're not. Nothing wrong with you. It's something wrong with everybody around you. It's something that's changing. There's something going on in the world. Something is happening in the world that's not normal. You're normal, but what's going on in the world is not normal, and you seeing it, and you trying to understand it, and you trying to speak up against it, and people is just like letting you know, like, no, yeah, you liking these celebrities and telling these celebrities how much you like them, but they are. I'm moving too fast because this is a conversation for up to date, right? So she didn't grasp it right. Me, it's crazy, y'all. This is what I wanted to talk to y'all tomorrow about. So she was saying, she just ended with, so don't think that you're not. There's nothing wrong with you. She said you're fine. It's just everything that's going on around you is not. It's not fine. You know it's not normal. People trying to make you think you're crazy because you're speaking up against it, but you know it's not normal. But they try to make it seem like it's normal. I'm like, well, thank you. This was years ago. This was 2021. This is when all that was going on social media, and I'm trying to be me, the girl. I'm the girl who loves celebrities. Like what? Michael Jackson. He started it all for me, right? The Diana Rosses, and even though I don't like her daughter, but she probably don't like me because I don't like her daughter. If you ever see this, but I don't care because I don't like none of y'all. But I'm just telling y'all how I got into the celebrity world. No, I never wanted to be famous. Never wanted to be famous. But I just loved the celebrity world, right? Um, so yeah, I wanted to meet people, and have met a lot of, people. Um, and so that was that. And I'm like, okay, 2021. Y'all ready for this? So this is what I want to talk to y'all about. Let me take a sip of water. And so I called her again just recently, right? Therapy is through the roof now. That one little session, I said, okay, I talk to you. She ain't gonna see. Well, I know she ain't on, but I gotta say, she was watching me, y'all. She was watching me all this time on here. My therapist, my white Lord therapist. So, I just called her again. So last time I was on live with y'all, I had my black cheeks. I got some cream for that, y'all. I brought some Zoe. Y'all probably heard of Zoe. It's ZO, and it's like not a bleaching cream, but like a what it do? Yeah, it is a bleaching cream. It's for dark spots, and it's like $130. But I put it on my cheeks. I got on makeup now, right? No filter. It's just makeup, which I know I don't look like a filter. So um, let me tell y'all. So cause just last time I was on Twitter here live with y'all. Just eating right. I just wanted to call her, right? Why did I want to call her? Oh, cause how me talk. I said, well, me, I keep talking like, and I'm not getting nothing back from it. Like, God, like, why is it that I come on like I can do a video and it'll flow, right? And even and she brought this to my attention, y'all. My therapist watches me. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all how she found me and all that stuff. So even when she made it, when I'm walking and I turn the camera around, like when I used to walk outside, and even when I'm driving and it flows, right? When I'm like this, when I'm facing y'all, it don't wait till I tell y'all what she told me. Wait, so um I said, well, maybe, I said, yeah, that's right, my therapist. I said, well, maybe she can, because mind you, while I'm off and eating right and getting my little colon hydrotherapy, I'm still watching my life like, dang, I can flow and why can't I flow when I'm live? What is it? I just be all over the place and so hyper and just be stuttering and it be too much. It be too much for me. And it been like that since day one. So um I hate matte matte. This is like a matte red and it's crumbling. But I called. I said, well, maybe she can give me some answers, right? I said, because I don't know. I said, I'm not hearing that from God. I remember when I was meditating one day and talking and praying and talking to God, like, God, why is it that I be all over the place when I'm on this live? And it's like, he made me think of something that I never even thought about. And that was when I was in high school and we had to do this big old, I think it was the end of the year, and we had like this big old. My teacher, Miss Page, one of my favorite teachers, my high school teacher. She had like this program, and she brought, and we was doing. Excuse me, y'all. We was getting in front of the class rehearsing, and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna bring my camera in." And when she brought her camera in. I it wasn't even a camera where I saw me. But when I knew I was being recorded, I just was all over the place and was stuttering and I wouldn't do it and it was a mess. And that's all he made me think about. I'm like, okay, well, I thought about that, never thought about that before, but okay, I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Nothing. So I was just like, well, maybe I can talk to my therapist because when I'm on, now mind you, before I even knew about how I come off about when I'm walking around the track and when I'm not showing my face. So keep that in mind. When I'm not showing my face, that didn't even hit me. I didn't even notice yet. I just said, why is it when I come on live, it's just I'm all over the place. So I said, well, maybe I can talk to my therapist about it. I said, because it's real aggravating to me when I do my videos and I'm flowing when I'm doing my meme videos, when I'm, memes and talking to y'all, you know, on a speaker and just showing memes, pictures of whoever I'm talking about. Um, so I said, I'm gonna call my therapist. Went online, made up an appointment, and mind you, we do FaceTime. FaceTime, and it was since the COVID that we did FaceTime, and she still do that. So, um, I call her. I set the appointment up. We FaceTime. I actually was at work when we FaceTime. Right, I was at work, and we FaceTime, Google FaceTime, and um, I talked to her about it. But that's what she said when she seen me when I called her. Right. So I was wondering, when was you gonna call me? No, they weren't her words. She was like, "So we meet again. I was waiting on you." That's what she said. So I'm like laughing at like, okay, like, yeah, it's been a lot been going on. Don't I know? And I'm still like, okay, like in the back of my, and I'm laughing because she don't greet me like this. So guys, I did not know when I was on my live, when I talked to her 2021, when I did that video, and I was telling her about what's going on, and I told her about my channel. I had no idea. I told her about my channel in 2021. Mind you, it wasn't a channel like this. It was just me, you know, having strong views. I forgot I told my therapist about my chest. So she seen me crying on here. She seen me uh can't get nothing out on here. And so I'm gonna get to that. So when she told me that, she said, I said, well, she finally said, well, I was waiting on you to call me. And she said, Miss Important Lady, so she eventually told me, how she got my live. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did. I mean, my YouTube channel. I said, oh, yeah, I did tell her about the channel because I remember when I went to call her years later about not, she already handled me. And I said, she was like, nothing wrong with you. And, you don't got no anger issues. And, she tied it up with my childhood while I always like fighting. And again, I didn't call her no more until 2021, talking about why am I being treated like that with people that I'm, showing love to and all that stuff. And, and I was telling her how would I tweet. I forgot I even gave her my Twitter. She was like, I see you don't tweet anything. Nothing's bad on here. So I forgot all about all that. I gave her my Twitter and my YouTube. So she had all that just watching me. So again, so let's back it up. She was telling me the reason. So my whole reason for, so she knows, she follows me. She watched everything, guys, everything that I'm going through. And she even said, Shanika, I believe you 100%. When this wasn't your life. She said, if it was, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know all this was happening with you. Because again, I came to her about why am I getting treated, showing love, and people just, you know like showing me that they don't rock with me and they don't want my love. And yeah, so it's crazy. I was thinking about something else. So she was telling me, so she watched my live and all that, and I was like, I just don't know why. You want to walk in?
Thank you. Okay, hold on. Keep it covered.
So my daughter getting some water. So guys, she was telling me that she watches me. She know everything that's going on. She believed me 100%. She said because she know me and she know this. I never talk like this. She know I'm not a depressed person. She know I'm not an unhappy person, a miserable person. Like where do people get that? What like? I think, and she didn't say this, but I'm just saying, just hearing people's stories and seeing people on live and calling people bums and stuff. I think if they think you not rich, you just, I guess you just a bum to them, right? You ain't got millions like them, right? You ain't got $8 million, right? Girl, it's a mess on here, right? So it's funny to me, but all right, I just be laughing at all this stuff. But you ain't got $8 million deal. We gonna get to that later, but I'm just convinced. This those social media stuff. I said, Jesus Christ, keep me near the cross because the world is just going nowhere fast. Like, where do they do that at? Like, where do they do that at? Like I just seen on Nine magazine, the girl, what's her name? Dollhouse, Dollhouse,
Cash dog.
Cash Doll
Y'all talking about
was
you?
in the store saying, telling the fur man, how many furs I got in the store. Like, so what? Like, I said, are you sure? Like, she went in the store to say how many furs she got in the store. Like, big deal. I mean, it's one thing if you wear the fur. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. Okay, cute fur, whatever. But to go in the store and say, I got 31 furs, and he say 31. So, what, like, what? I said, God, what is this world coming to? It's like bigger issues in the world. And get it, I know they don't care. I know they don't care what goes on in the regular world. But what made you say, I'm gonna pick up my phone? I said, look, I said, I guess I'm just different. I wouldn't be able to pick up my phone, hit live, and say, how many furs I got? How many furs I got, fur man? Just if you want us to know, just wear them. I said, what is going on with this world? And like that, I did this short. I got I recorded it. I want to make it into a short. What that comedian said, y'all no, the one looked like Richard Pryor, the one played on Friday.
Oh, my God.
Mike F. Y'all see that short of Mike F? Y'all black people stunting on your own black people. Y'all not stunting on the white people. White people don't care. Y'all not, well, I don't care either. Y'all not stunting on the other races. They don't care. Y'all are only to get this money to stunt on your own kind. Yeah, throw it in their faces. Throw it in their faces. Don't stunt on us, because if you stunt on us, we're going to take it all from you. But they give you this money to stunt on your own black people. And why? We don't care. We don't care. I come from a world where you just, I mean, if you got furs, just wear it. Like, who gets on? I said, what is this world coming to? You get on live just to say you got a 31 furs in the fur store. Big deal. It's people hurting out here. Not me. Thank God I'm not depressed. Thank God I don't deal with mental illness. But it's real. It's people out here that's really going through it, and you decide like. But they say they don't have low self-esteem. You got to. You got to. If you want to get on here to tell the world that you got 31. Man, that pissed me off so bad. I shut that phone so bad and just started. Well, the Bible was in front of me, and I did say, and that, I was getting ready to start reading, but you just go on, stroll on your phone real quick. I said, man, like, what was the point for China? What Cash Doll to say she got 31? I said, what is this world coming to? And I thought, for real, I thought she was one of them thorough ones, like them, like real, like, but that was clown out. I said, I think it's social media because I mean, and don't get me wrong, I do have Cash Doll in the short when I say, she's one of the ones that got all this work done to her face too. But I always looked at her was as one of those thoroughbreds. Like, I didn't put her in, but now I do. Put her in the category with all these other rappers. Like, she was a more like from my era, like a fly girl from my era, of course she got a personality, and that personality is for social media, and I guess she got fans, and she got, but once I saw that, I was like, man, you can't. These people, this social media is gonna be the death of these people. These people is gonna go crazy just trying to prove a bunch of nothing to people who don't care. Like, what was that benefiting us to tell us that she got a fur? That she got 31 furs and other furs in Detroit. What was it? Just wear the furs. You would have been more better off than wearing the furs. Like, your little bit of respect that I have for you is gone. Like, like that is so clown out. That is so clown out. And I was gonna wait for. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. So let's get back to the. I'm gonna talk about something at the end. I was gonna tie that all up together, but we gonna wait. I want to finish talking about my sweet old beautiful therapist. I know she's not on this in the morning time. So um so she was telling me about, she followed me and stuff. So she said, Shanika, the reason why, y'all ready for this? The reason why you stutter seem like it's you all over the place. She said, because listen, and this is the thing that I didn't even realize, and I wanted to tell y'all. She said, you even good when you got the camera flipped around. I didn't even know that. I'm like, oh my God, she's right. I start crying, right? She said, you even let it flow when you got the camera flipped around you. She said, you're even good when when you used to walk. She said you used to walk, around the aisle. That was you that just like, you still on my live.
I literally just got back on.
Oh, somebody just, I got 5 likes. But listen, y'all. So if y'all just coming on, my therapist been following me. My therapist now, the therapist
I
that,
said that was the best days back then. I'm 52. The world is so effed up now.
yes.
We
So,
living in revolution.
oh yeah, revelations all the way, revelations all the way, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get back on people like Cash Doll, and I'm gonna tie that with Claressa. Okay, because if y'all know, I did some videos on that girl. I took them down so daggone fast. I took them down months ago. And no, I don't hate her. And no, I didn't judge her wrong. Because I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to tell y'all how this girl was a girl that I was rooting for, right? But we're going to, this world, you right. This world is messed up. Like,
Somebody said they sold their souls.
all of them did. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Let me hurry up and bring this thing that I needed to hear to a close. So my therapist, she follows me, and she been following me. I forgot that I gave her my page years ago. It was kind of embarrassing because she seen me in tears. She know what's going on. She believed me 100%. She know the type of person I am. Never talked like that before. She even watches the clips that I put up in the past of the following. She even gave me advice what to start doing in 2026. Lord's will, Lord see fit. God, please keep America near the cross, because America government is corrupt. But let's get back on it. She said, Shanika, you're even good when you talking to us with the camera around. She said, I followed you during warm days when you would go walking. It's flowing. She said, and of course the videos you make, the voiceovers. She said the voiceovers you do is really great, and she said, and I know it's a lot of editing, but once you get it together, it really flows, and it makes so much sense, and it's a point of view I love hearing. She said, and I said, well, do I got social anxiety? Am I like awkward in front of, like, if I'm is am I awkward being so? She said, of course not. She said, girl, like you always tell me, you the life of the party around strangers. Look, even at the concert, look, I might put it on live, right? Me dancing at the Broadway concert. But yeah, she was like, no, it's not that. You don't have social anxiety and get nervous around people. She said you're a person, a very boisterous person. I've been knowing you for years. She said, guess what she said? And y'all ready to this? She said, so just understand, you do great. She said, it's when you get in front of like this. She said, you get so, start talking fast and you know everything. She said, and I see what you're saying. She said, I don't think it's all over the place, but I see what you mean when you say you all over the place. She said, you know all that is? She said, you're in front of not only people who support you and listening and following your story and want to see, you know, justice and want to and is praying for you. She said, I'm sure they're praying because I am. I've been doing this since I've been watching you. She said, and you know, wanting this to you to get justice and you know to all this to come to and to understand. She said, there's people on here that is for you. She said, but you know. She said, where is it coming from? She said, you know, when you go on live, every time you go on live, every time you turn on your camera and you start looking at this camera, she said, what's getting you is you know that these people that is stalking, that is harassing, that is following you, that whoever it is, you know, government, she ain't gonna say whoever it is, you know, I mean, it's the government, you know, whoever it is, you know that they're watching, guys. That's all she said. She said, you know that they are watching. She said, and that gets you every time. Y'all get y'all a therapist. Get y'all a therapist. Look, it's like, what time? It's like 2 in the morning. I'm screaming. I had a glass of wine, y'all. Um, get y'all a therapist. I said, I did not even know. She said, you know. She said, think about it. You watching them. They looking at you. And you don't even know who they is. That's what's getting you. She said, you know the demonic souls are watching you. Every time you turn that camera on and they face, she said, that's why you stutter. That's why you get mixed words. That's why you constantly you talking and she said, I see what you're saying, which she's, you know, she a therapist, you doing fine to me, but I see what you're saying. And she said, it's, you know that they are watching. She said, you know, it's nothing wrong. She said, it's nothing wrong. She said, you know, I said, is it because I'm looking at myself? She said, no, you're fine. She said, you're okay. She said, but you know that they're watching you. She said, every time. She said, that's what gets you. She said, because when you turn the camera around, you're fine. When you walking, you're fine. When you driving and you're not in front of the camera, you flowing. She said, when you get in front of this camera, you're not fine. She said, and so, and I'm gonna end it with this because it all tied up. She said, in our last conversation, she said, I didn't understand it. I mean, not she didn't understand. She said, our last conversation when you called, when you contacted me about, is there anything wrong with me? You know, I love the celebrity world. I love, you know, rooting for them, and we not talking about old face, you know. Y'all know I was not a fan of her. I don't know, my mother was, she was. My mother is not no more. And I used to say, you know, we already know how, but I never was a fan of old face. You know, the 45-year-old that says she 30, right? Be 31 or 30. She's lying. That lady, that girl is old. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But you know, celebrities, you know, people that y'all know I used to be a fan over and support and you know, and just really genuinely love. Let me say something. I don't like nobody who don't like me. I'm sorry, I'm not there. Well, you know, I don't hate anybody and I don't wish nobody downfall, but I'm not rocking with nobody. If you don't like me, look, I ain't kiss no butt. I don't like you either. But and then over the time, just sitting back, just seeing how demonic these people really are, right? And just it all makes sense. But getting back to my therapy, she said, and it makes sense now. She said it all. She said, and, what is going on with in Hollywood? She said they are, you know, everything is just crashing down, and it's like people is really turning their nose up to the celebrity world. She said it all makes sense. She said, so I've been thought about this, and I was waiting for you to call. When the last time you spoke with me, and you just didn't understand it, and I didn't understand it, and I was telling you the world is is changing, and you was telling me you support celebrities, and they going out their way saying they hate you tell them you'll just tweet. Y'all know I just tweet. Don't get a tattoo, and they get the tattoo if you want to. Get this if you want to, and all this stuff, right? And, you don't. This your body. You can do what you want with your body. And they getting butt injections. When I say, you black girls don't get butt injections, and all this stuff, and whatever. So she said now it all makes sense. She said the celebrity world is so evil and so demonic and so corrupt, and they are bringing people down. She said they are bringing, and not in these words, right? But she telling me this. She said they're bringing people down. People that follow them. They so, and I was there too. They are past. They looking at the how much they can dance and how much they can move and whatever it is they like about them. Their song, they just so much of a fan of them. They forgetting to see the real them, right? And she said, and she said, something she said about they bringing people into a boiling pot and all this other stuff. But she all pulled it together. This is what she said. She said, she said, now I understand it. The Hollywood world is so evil and demonic. She said, when you would get on here and say, don't do something that is not normal. Lip injection. Why do people get lip injections? Why do people get Botox? Like, why are people messing with their face? Why is people, don't like their nose that they was born with, right? She said, all this is, and they know that you're not talking to them, but she said they are like the people that's funding them are demonic people, right? And they are with these demonic people. So when you tell a young person that you knew that was following you, and you just want you're not talking to the celebrity world, but you're talking to the regular black girls and saying don't get this and this is not right, and you're gonna regret. I got 8 tattoos and I wish I ain't have none of them. When you get a certain age, you talking to them, and they see you doing this. They don't want to be a part of this, because the people that paying them, the people that is giving them and funding their career, they have to promote it to us. That's something that the celebrity world have to promote to us. She said, so you telling them what's right, they don't like you for that. She said, you see the puffies. You seeing it now. She said, you seeing it now. So who are you to tell these people what's right? They didn't want to be, of course they didn't like you. Of course they were told not to like you. They couldn't, you wouldn't, she said, and if this wouldn't have happened, trust me, and if you would have, she said, if you would have kept on going with, and none of this happened, and you didn't go away, and you just would have still been fans of them, but you still promoting everything you promoting on social media. Remember, she said, remember, Shanika, you have a video about Oprah. You don't like Oprah. Oprah is one of the head people in that industry. You really think, and when you would say, because I would tell her the stories, but I would say, Jay-Z, I want to meet you one day, or Beyonce, I want to meet you one day. She said, you really think they was going to one day take a picture with you, even if none of this happened. I see. Remember, I got a picture. I mean, talking about Puff Daddy, how I don't like him and I'm not a fan of him, and how he bull crap with fake love. And she said you wouldn't have never took a picture with them. Of course they don't like you. You're talking of you was going after the heavy hitters of the industry. I said get y'all therapist, y'all. Get y'all therapist in y'all life. Pay cash for it. Don't get the insurance kind of therapist. They don't be doing nothing, right? I'm like, she told me all this. She said, of course. She said, you used to, and I used to tell her what I said. I don't think. If yeah, she did follow. She did say she followed me on Twitter, but I did tell her back in my Twitter times when I first contacted her. I'm a fan. Sometimes I say I want to meet, and she said you wouldn't have never took a picture with them. She said none of this was going on with you, and you and the girl that she didn't even know Kiki Palmer's name. She said you and the other girl that you said was going back and forth, or you was going after her, and she was subliminally going after. She said if that none of that never happened, and you still, hey, I love y'all, Rihanna, I love you, Beyonce, I love you, Jay-Z, I love you, Mary J. Blige, I love you. They wouldn't have never got close to you. You would have just been loving them, a fan on the internet, talking about how much you want to meet them. They wouldn't have never. She said, "Remember, you got." I said, "Get out of here." I had forgot about the videos of Oprah. She said, "You got videos with Oprah. You got videos of talking about Puff Daddy. You got videos talking about you wouldn't have they wouldn't have never took a picture with you." And what she was saying, and YouTube got really big, and you doing your thing with voicing your opinion. You got all these fans and followers. You would have been one person that they would not have liked, because you're talking about something that, no, we want these girls to be tatted up and looking crazy, because then when they see my flawless body with no tattoos, I'm gonna look superior to them. Which she didn't say that, but it makes sense. I'm tying this to that. But yo, so that's why I stutter, and I mean, I'm all over the place on. Excuse me. That's why I'm all over the place on here when I'm online. So and I know she not on tonight because it's wee hours in the morning, and she an older woman, but yeah. I thank her, and God put people in your life for reasons, cause and I was seeking God for those answers, and I'm like, God, what it? And it was Him. Just one day, I said, you know what? I was away from here on my lives, saying I gotta sit. And I'm all over the place. I said, I'm gonna see what my therapist. I'm gonna explain to my therapist, and whole time she watching, nipped it in the bud. So again, so how it, and I'm gonna end it. She said, so just breathe. She said, yes. You know that the demonic souls are watching. You know that the demonic people is watching of Hollywood, right? She said, just breathe. He said, relax and just talk. So here I am, guys. So, and that's where my daughter said, and when she came back from Punta Cana, she said, and I told her, I got my earring. I didn't went got my when I got my nails done, I got pointed nails, and I told her I went to see the therapist, and she's like, man, you really been doing a thing with me gone, huh? I need to stay away more often. You really been out here moving. So, yeah, guys. So that's where that came. That's where how all this came about. So the whole time I forgot. To sum it up, I forgot I gave my therapist my channel years ago. When I did a video, y'all can go watch it. It's called "Am I Depressed?" That's up here. That's when I last saw her. So when I last saw her, and then when I recently talked to her this month, she tied everything together. It all made sense to her now that, with the Diddy situation, how the, not only with Diddy, just how the industry is just so evil and demonic now. And she was saying you wouldn't have never got a picture with all those people you was loving anyway because you was going after the heavy hitters. And I forgot I don't like Oprah. I never did. When my uncle told me years ago that when she was in the news, a news reporter here in, well, I'm in Philly right now, but in Baltimore, Maryland, years ago. Let me tell you, my uncle, he was the wealthy uncle. Like, yeah, of course, he in that news area that whereas though he think about it, in the 70s or 80s, I think the late 80s, the mid 80s. One of them, when we was kids, it was him and my aunt that we thought was the rich ones in the family. So of course he mingling up at the news, station where Oprah used to work with, you know, getting on the elevator with Oprah, and he said she frowned at him. He was like, "Hey, Oprah, before Oprah show, she's just a newscaster." He she frowned her face up at him so quick, got off at the next stop. Now, mind you, when he got on the elevator, for instance, I'ma just make up a floor. It was the 14th. When he got on the elevator, she already hit the 14th floor, right? Just say he got on the elevator on the 6th floor. He got on there. He seen her 14th floor. He just got on the 6th floor. He was gonna hit. He was gonna hit the 10th floor. I'm just making these numbers up. She got off on the 7th floor. Got off so quick. He said she ran over in the corner. Oprah ran over in the corner of the elevator because she was on the elevator with a black man, I guess. I'm like, you, and at the time I used to cuss a lot. When he told me that story, I was like, you be. So then with, I'm a fan of Michael Jackson, and seeing how Oprah was moving with Michael, and I remember that interview. Oh my goodness, y'all. Michael was so happy. He was like, Oprah, I just want, everybody wanted to do an interview with me. Diane Sawyer, everybody. I wanted to do an interview with you, and how she turned on him, but it was the demonic souls of the industry having her to do that to him. She totally flipped on him, and that was so wrong. So, it's so crazy. I ain't even think of when my therapist said you never would have saw a picture with them because you was going after all the evidence, and we all know now that he is the one of the head people of the Illuminati. So, y'all, that's that, and that was so relieving. I understand it more. No, if you were thinking that, why she get on here and she all over the place and she just moving so fast, it wasn't because, oh, I hate seeing who I see in the mirror. I've been seeing this face for 49 years, Um, not that, it's only because my therapist said, I know these demonic souls are watching every time I go live. And she said, no matter how you know, try not to think about it, she said, that's what's messing you up. That's always on. You looking at right now, as I'm looking at my face, you looking at what they're looking at. And she said, you're not worried about the people who's for you. You just know is you don't know who's doing this behind, to you behind the scenes, and you know that they're watching your every move, even when you go live. So I rebuke y'all in the name of Jesus. God is good. I'm so glad she's in my life. She was, she said she's praying for me. She watches my live. I again forgot I gave my live, but I forgot I gave her my live, years ago. I'm at my YouTube channel years ago, and yeah, it's crazy. Life is just so crazy. But it all makes sense. God is good, and maybe He was the one. He didn't. A lot of times I was going I was going for God for answers, and to understand why do I be all over the place. I just don't be liking my lives, and He didn't give me an answer, but He had her in my life who answered all that. So I want to end this live. I want to talk about. So I talked about the cash doll girl that it just was mind boggling, and it was just crazy to me and annoying to me that this girl, and I just thought she just had this, I can't describe it. She just was like, I looked at her like she could be a Baltimore chick, like Cash Doll. I know she from the Detroit, but I was looking at, like, I always looked at her, and I know, I never was a fan of her, and I know I put her on my you know, uh, when Malcolm X talking in the background, who told you to hate, the nose that, the black nose, the black skin, and all this stuff. And she is one of the ones, because she did, she got her face redone too, and of course her body. But again, these people who get their body done, I don't hate them. A close friend that was in my life for many years got it. Is that means I'll be hating? I just talk up against it. It's no harm in me telling a next girl, a 20-year old, don't get that. That's not, it's not worth getting. And you're not going to get a man from that, and you're not going to keep a man from that. Don't get it. Be your original self. And we all see that them, but this boy, well, my nephew friend say, a auntie from a BBL. They call them aunties. So you want to be known as an auntie from a BBL because they saying is nobody is, the BBLs are going out of style. So the old heads got those. So who wanna? I mean, if you want to be an old head and be called an auntie from your age, that's one thing. But be these young guys looking at you, oh, she an auntie because you got a BBL. You don't want that. And let me tell you, that stuff always, I knew it was gonna go out of style. I knew it was gonna go out of style. And people was going for the slender look, and so again, I will always promote that and be, promote a, to vote against that BBL. Don't get it. I would tell anybody, I tell the young girls in my family, don't get it. And again, this day and time, you don't need to hear nobody talking about it no more. But saying they're gonna get it. But yeah, so when I saw that on Nine Magazine, and I don't even follow that Nine Magazine. Am I saying it right? If for some reason that channel always pop up in my YouTube, and I don't follow them. So I guess congratulations to him because he's in the algorithms. He's always popping up. So yeah, I just found that very clowned out and very like distasteful to get on here just to like we can. What are we benefiting from you turning your live on? Cash Doll turning her live on saying, it's she got 31 furs. What is she benefiting from it? She only can wear one at one time. So I just found that I was just like, my God, this L black community is really losing its mind. It's really losing its mind, and this fame, it will get you. This fame will get you. And I want to move to Claressa. I'm not here to bash Claressa. I'm not here to talk about Claressa. And y'all know I genuinely like the Claressa. I did several videos about her. I even took them down. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why. I've been took them down. But you know, I want to say this. Claressa, she's going around. She constantly saying $8 million. She got an $8 million deal. A lot of people saying, you know, it's not real. It don't make sense. I don't know. I don't care. But just like I didn't care about the I don't care. Nobody cares about the Cash Doll with the furs, and like who cares? Don't Nobody cares. There's so much going on in the world, and it's just like, okay, if you got it, good. And like Mike Epps said, y'all only flossing to the black community. Who y'all showing out for? Y'all showing out for us black people, and that's sad. It's disgusting. Who? Why would you want to do that? And I want to say this to Clarissa, and I'm not here to talk about her. I'm not, she always calling people old. 30 years old is not young. I want to say that. 30 years old is not young. Uh, you're not young, okay? I. It's not good to always call people old because that is an age you're going to get. And you're going to get, let me tell you, take it from me. life comes at you fast, and before you know it, you're going to be like, I can't believe in a few more months. I tell people I'm 50 now, and my daughter like, man, stop telling people you're 50. You're not 50. I be 50 more than I'm 49. I be 50 in April. April is approaching quick. So I want to tell Claressa, I'm not here to talk about her. But if I could tell Claressa anything, I would tell her, and I know people don't like taking my advice. I'm just a girl who work. I'm not rich. I'm nobody. I'm trash. That's what they say it. Kiki Palmer and them say. You know, she told me I was trash years ago. But if Claressa was to ever see this, I would say, boo, don't nobody care about that $8 million. And people say it's a lie. People say she don't got it. Don't nobody care about that $8 million. And you keep like every time I turn around, she's talking about $8 million, or talking about, I follow a lot of pages who do commentary on how she keeps talking about Layla Ali, poor girl. Leave Layla Ali alone. Like the girl that went away, and then somebody had did a commentary on Claressa saying this is going to be the Layla Ali fight, and it's like, but you say, like, come on, Claressa, keep Layla out your mouth. You say she's obsessed with you, like, no, baby, you seems obsessed with Layla. Layla is not even around. She gone back to selling her seasons. I thought she was going to be, doing videos on her YouTube. She's not even doing that. But I want to make this point, and I want to make this point to all the celebrities who are up on their high horse and feeling like want to constantly throw money. We don't care. And I want to even say this. Me and my mother was watching. My mother, what loved it, the American Idol, right? The American Idol with Fantasia. We recorded that, and y'all know I told y'all my family we used to record like um you know award shows and all that, right? I want to make this point. So my mother told me put on the Fantasia whole season, right? From when she first got started, like we recorded all that when she first got started to the end. And I remember us, the people, everybody, like everybody in Baltimore, we was rooting for Fantasia. We was rooting for Fantasia, and we was calling for Fantasia, and we wanted Fantasia to win. Like, we wanted her to win. She won, and we were so happy that she won, and we was supporting her, and she became rich, and she became famous, and we was like, go, yes, Fantasia, yes, she is that girl. If someone loves you, they don't care what you got. So I'm saying all that to say, as fans, you're fans. I'm not a fan of you, Claressa. Like I said, I took your page down, and I'm gonna tell you why I took my videos down. I took your videos down that I did on you. I'll tell y'all why. But I'm saying all that to say, us regular people, you constantly saying you got $8 million, and you got this $8 million deal, 8 million, 8 million. I go to sleep here, 8 million, 8 million, 8 million. That's all you hear. We don't care, and I'm saying all that to say, when somebody support you, and us the people, regular people, when we like somebody, we don't care what they got. You see what I'm saying? Look how we rooted on a girl from, I think, Fantasia was from North Carolina, ain't have nothing, and we was calling them numbers every week, calling the American Idol, wanting Fantasia to win so bad, and when she won, we was so happy. I remember my mother brought 4 copies of, I believe she gave one to my aunt, her best friend. She kept one. She gave me one. Like, we support. So we don't care how much, your fans don't care how much money you got. If they like you, they're gonna support you. If I had it my way, I would tell us regular people to stop supporting these celebrities altogether. But what I'm saying is we don't care. If we like you, we're gonna support you. Look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a billionaire. We still look. They say he had like the number one most streamed in 2025. You see how people who support we don't care about how many millions that we giving him or his family, Michael Jackson family. Now we listening to his music. We love Michael Jackson. We support Michael Jackson. We don't. And he was when Michael Jackson was around. Well, he was a billionaire. Us regular people will support. We don't care about your $8 million. What I'm trying to understand, why is Claressa keep talking about? Okay, you got that 8 million. Look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is where me and my brothers checked out from boxing. We knew Mike Tyson was rich, but every fight we was well my oldest brother, the one passed away, he went to a Mike Tyson fight. But us, we always ordered the fights. Every boxing fight came on. We was ordering HBO, what, $50? No, we would have parties. We didn't ask people with $2 at the door. We would pay that to see that boxing event. We supported Mike Tyson. He was rich. We don't care about your $8 million. You're not hurting. You're not like, and also stop saying people are jealous of you, Claressa. I promise you. I promise you, no one's jealous of you. Me in the beginning, I was a fan, and I want to say in one of my videos, if y'all was here and watched one of my Claressa Shields videos, I was telling, like, I really like Claressa. I didn't know who she was at first, and I was really excited, like, oh my goodness, who is this girl? And I went on her page, and she seemed like she was a really fun, cool, down to earth girl, even with the, having a married man on her hip. Even with that, and that was even in my video, my suggestion would be, you know, uh, uh, to stay out of it until they get it, dealt with. But she's a grown woman, not a young woman. I don't know why she keeps saying calling people old, because 30 is not young, and just she messing with an old, what we would consider, what when I was in my 30s, I would consider 47, 48 old head. And I'm talking about for guys. I don't just go around calling people, but I'd be like, he an old head, like, when like a girl be like, well, how old is he? Oh, he this when we was young, we was in our 20s. Oh, he an old head, he in his 40s, like that, right? But she messing with an old head, an older guy. So you keep calling people old, and she just old, and Layla just old, but Layla is beautiful. Layla, you can see the peace all on Layla. You can see Layla is unbothered. You can see Layla is loved properly by her husband. She's not with somebody else husband. And I don't care how much Claressa say, and in the beginning, we was all rooting for her with Pat. But now it's like, and I'm talking about for the regular people, we at work and talking and stuff. People like, oh, I'd be glad when he leave her, and that's not even what I'm, thinking. I'm just saying, now I just look at Pat like he don't look the same, being, and it wasn't like that in the beginning. When I was watching Claressa in the beginning, it wasn't like that. She was so, when you go on her page was all about professionalism. It was all about boxing. It was all about, she did rap on the side, right? But Claressa, it was, you can see like she was a confident girl, but you can see where she was just all about her business. Now she just, oh my goodness. And what made me take her videos down is when she called that other boxer. I'm not too good with these female boxers, and this is what I'm saying. She had me excited for the boxing world. I mean, excited to look at the female boxing, and getting, and I was like, wow, because even with the Tanks and the Jakes, and I felt like all that was fake. I said boxing just became so fake, and she put that back in boxing, and I'm like, I couldn't wait to see her upcoming fights, even though the fight that she ready to fight her best friend or her close friend. I don't even know if that's going to sell out because everybody know that they're friends. That's just for another win for Claressa to have under her belt. Another win for under her belt. We already know that's going to be a stage fight, and I'm interested to see if she's going. And I hope she do. I hope she do. I don't know. I'm not going to watch the fight, or even, of course, I'm not going to go to the fight. But I hope she sell out. But I really don't believe she's going to, because everybody know that's going to be a waste of money. That's something I don't believe she's going to sell out in the arenas and inside the arena. I'm sure people are going to order the fight. I'll hear about it the next day, because we all know that's the stage fight. But I just want her to like, please stop, keep putting the 8 million. We don't care if somebody gonna support. If there's people out here to support you, they're gonna support you. Why you keep throwing up $8 million in our faces? It's like, and then she always say people jealous of her. Nobody's jealous of you. No, I guarantee there is not one young girl in this world that look at Claressa and say, I want to be Claressa. Nobody, I can assure you that there's no girl, black girl, white girl, no young girl in this world, or no female in this world that say, gosh, I wish I had Claressa life. No, stop saying people jealous of you. You're walking around with somebody else's man, not your own. I know when you sleep next to him at night, I know you feel so secure and safe. I'm sure you do. But that's not your man. And people in the beginning was rooting for her. Like I said, I was rooting for her at first with somebody else's man, right? Because at the end of the day, they are together, but he's legally someone else's. I don't care how much Claressa wanna say it's not like that. He's legally somebody else. But it's like, now to me, Pap had this. He was this, like, he had this. He don't have that. What can I say? First, he used to have this aura about him, like this seriousness about him, like, yeah, just laid back, like he is the men that I'm surrounded with, like my brother's personality, just laid back, don't do too much talking, just, a man, and it's like he don't. She just got him out here looking crazy just by being affiliated with her. This is just my opinion, and this is what I see. But I just want to just let Claressa know, don't nobody care about that $8 million. Please stop talking about, even if it's true or if it's not true, I don't know. But we don't care. Like, that is so, you don't hear people going around. Even when Mike Tyson was getting endorsements, that's not even an endorsement. It's just like a deal, a fight deal. That's not even an endorsement. You know, Even when you hear boxers in the past, Mike Tyson and stuff, getting deal, you wasn't hearing him going around talking about how much millions he got. That we knew he was a millionaire, and we still supported him if we liked him. So please stop. You just looking crazy out here. You looking crazy, and I guarantee the people that you keep saying, oh this, oh that. Do you understand that's your fan base? Do you understand the people that you saying that's old and constantly calling old? That's your fan base. These young girls not worrying about no boxing, or it's not following you. It's people my age, late 30s, 40s, 50s, that's following you. So for you to keep saying old and she's just old and just a bomb, that's why I took, when she called that girl, what's her name? Shadeja, a bomb. Somebody posted that, and she said it with so much zeal, And just like, girl, did you see them pictures when you was coming up? I said, see how people, and this is what I'm saying, fame will do that to you. Because when I start following Clarissa, when I used to follow her, I stopped following her, y'all know. Stopped following everything about her. But of course, people, do commentary on her. And somebody uploaded her calling that girl a bomb. It just, I'm like, I just went on and just started privating those videos. Because I'm like, if it's fame is anything like that, how you start seeing them just going all out and just crashing out, who wants to be famous? If it does this, and she was just so humble in the beginning and so likable in the beginning. And even when you heard the talks of her being with Pat Poose and stuff, you go on her page, it still was so mellow and just chill. Now she just doing too much, and it's just like, I mean, you every time you turn around, I go to sleep hearing $8 million. Like, we don't care. Don't nobody care, Clarissa. If people gonna support you, they're gonna support you with or without your money. You don't have to keep like, who are you trying to impress by keep talking about that $8 million? That's what I be like. Who is she? Who is she trying to get to grasp that she got $8 million? Like, big deal. We don't care. What you eat don't make us defecate. So you don't have to keep saying it. Good, congratulations. If that's what you really got, congratulations. Do good, with it, and take care of your family. But we don't care. I don't get it. People be really like, in the beginning. I guess that's fame. In the beginning, they're nice and cool and just calm and collective, and then fame is, woo. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy because Clarissa was never like that. When I used to follow that girl in the beginning, she was very likable. Now she is just like, ugh, like, girl. Talk about people jealous of her. I said, who is jealous of Clarissa with somebody else's man? Be out here looking crazy, talking just. Nobody's jealous of you. I can guarantee there's not one girl that look at her and say, I wish I was a Clarissa. I wish I had her life. Oh, I hate Clarissa. But y'all know how it goes. Since somebody give a opinion, they hating, they jealous. These girls, they just jealous of me. They just want to be me. I'm like, Clarissa, stop. Oh gosh, I be up here cracking up. I be in my own little world, y'all. But yeah, and then poor Layla, she just can't catch a break. Layla in there selling her. I brought some seasonings from her too. She trying to sell her seasonings, and every time you turn around, she's in Clarissa mouth. Like, the rest of, get a girl a break. Give her a break. Leave her alone. Just say no comments. Like, poor lady. And then people say she's obsessed with later. I don't know. I mean, I can see why people see it, but come on, stop, stop. Stop. Leave Layla alone. She's in her own little world with her beautiful family. Her with her husband now, and you just keep bringing that lady up. Let her sell her spices. Leave her alone. She's content. She's happy. And I don't know what it is with Layla, but she just is really obsessed with her. But yeah, guys. If Clarissa ever see this, no one's jealous of you. Nobody want to be you. No young girl looking at you saying they wish they had your life, and they wish they was you, and they, oh, I'm so jealous of Clarissa. I want to be Clarissa. No, I guarantee you that is not the case. Not near girl in America in this world looking at your life saying they want to be you. No one's jealous of you, Claressa. Stop. Stop. And again, the young people don't follow her. Like we are the older people, the ones she always calling. Oh, she just they just old. Clarissa love to call somebody old and washed up. Like, girl, you're not a young chicken. 30 is not young. At least when I was 30, I guess because I was so young. I was 12, 13. Used to really, I was just telling my brothers how we thought we was really grown at that age. I used to be outside, coming in 2, 3 in the morning with no, mind you, no cell phone. Mother don't even know where you, and you just outside over somebody homegirl house, another homegirl. That homegirl take you over another homegirl house. You just be, we jumped off the porch early. But yeah, and these when I got 30, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm old. I feel, it wasn't old, but I'm like, I wasn't saying I was young. That was in my 20s and teens. And, by 30, I wasn't saying these old heads and they just old and bitter because I'm young and I'm doing it because I'm young. Girl, 30 is not young. And the fans that's watching you is in their 40s. These young girls like Clarissa, who, what? These young pretty girls ain't into boxing. Like, who, what? I only knew about her because of the Remy Ma and Pat situation. Like, and that's when I honestly, and out of all my brothers, I even called because we all, into boxing. I said, y'all know Clarissa Shields? Only one knew about her. I'm like, well, why you ain't tell me about her? Because she, and the reason why, I just say why you ain't tell me about her, but my brothers, we never followed. Even when Layla was out here doing her thing, we women boxing, so we wasn't really into the women boxing. We was in, later was, you know, winning fights and stuff. I can remember when one fight, it was on, somebody came out on a corner, and no, I wasn't out on the corner selling drugs. We just was used to be outside with the guys, with everybody just used to be, everybody knew everybody in the hood. Everybody was just outside. And one guy came walking down to the corner, and how Layla just won, fight when she was fighting. I was on a summer night or something. So I remember that. But nobody would, we wasn't into watching her and stuff. We wasn't into women boxing. And Claressa, she made it, a thing where I start, looking at her. But I and it's like now every time you turn around, like the 3 boxing people that I follow, and they do commentary on it. Every time you turn around, she just like, ooh. And then I look at Pep crazy because I'm like, Pep, if you really for her, you would tell. And I know, she got strong. We already know Clarissa got strong personality, strong, confident. We know that's what they say. That's what they call it, confident. Um, but he can tell her to simmer it down some and just focus, because it's a shame that she is such and I said this before in one of my lives. She has so much talent, but is being smothered with all that nonsense and all that, you just constantly fussing somebody out and talking down on somebody, calling somebody old, calling somebody a bum, calling somebody broke. To be real, Clarissa, and I didn't want to go there. And I'm not talking about her, not, and I was really rooting for Clarissa. And like I said, I didn't even, I don't like to say I had it wrong. I really believe in the beginning she was that person that I said in my videos. And if you watch my videos, you know how I praised her and said, I really believe she's, a shining star. Stay original. Even though I know she got lip injections and stuff going, I'm like, hope she don't start messing with her face. I see her lips, the lip injection, lip needles and stuff. But I would tell Clarissa this. I forgot what I was. I forgot what I would tell Clarissa. What I would tell Clarissa is, dang, this is gonna be a good point too. Shoot. Um, it's just a lot with her, you know. And if I was Pep, I would just tell her to chill. She just, you know, oh yeah, the all that noise is being smothered with her talent. You know, all that noise and you know, and she just doing too much. Focus back on your focus back on boxing. You know, and again, I even said before, she rap, you know, I liked some of the raps, you know, but it's just like now you watering your talent down with messiness, you know, and then you got people my daughter age and they just like, oh, just make her go away, and that's not good. You lose. Clarissa is losing her talent, the what she know boxing, she's losing it in all that mess. That's not good. Like who, like people, I would never thought so many people, and I'm not saying on the internet, I'm not saying on the internet, in the real world. And this just, you know, just hearing people talk, just hearing me conversating to my brother, you know, like, did you see that girl Clarissa? She is, you know, and then my brother wife, oh, that girl, she just do too much. She just, so, you know, and it's just real people just wish how she's out here behaving and acting and just is smothering her talent. And if I can just tell her, give her any advice, which y'all know they ain't gonna take my advice. I'm just a girl that work a 9 to 5. You know they think we bums, right? They think us regular people. They only want our support, cash apps, and what, you know what they be like when you go when you see that live. Oh, thanks for. Hey, if you got $8 million, I would say no. Y'all keep y'all which I don't. Do y'all be thinking that's? I don't think that's real when um I watch some of these lives back and they be like, "Oh, thank you for the cash." Was it not cash app when they send money? I don't think that's. I think that be like somebody they know giving that. Cause let me tell you, if you bragging on $8 million and I'm a fan of you, you ain't getting a penny from me because you got 8 million. So I really don't believe it. I be believing that just be their family just making it seem like they got these fans that's supporting them, but I don't believe it. I don't believe, but whatever. But yeah, don't care if people, you know. So if I can give Clarissa any advice, just even though I know now I'm a 9 to 5 worker, I would tell her just summer it down, and you know you can have confidence and talk your talk, and you know do what the boxers do, but you out here looking crazy. You're Clarissa. You're out here looking crazy, calling Shadeja a bum, and then I felt it when you said it. I'm like somebody need to pull up and show her her humble beginnings. Oh, and I'm gonna end it with this. I would tell Clarissa that $8 million she got. And congratulations. Some people saying it's fake. Some people saying it's real. You got $8 million, and you still and with all that stuff you I'm not, because you know they first thing they do, she just jealous, she just jealous, and I'm gonna say it with that crazy little watch you got, costed millions of dollars, or hundreds of whatever, that green diamond watch, right? And I was still following her when she first got that. She purchased that, and I watched a commentary on somebody doing commentary of her, and she bought a Van Cleef necklace, right? Right. And I saw her on somebody's interview, right? Somebody was doing a. I don't follow her, but somebody was doing. I said this girl got all this money and still look broke. You see what I'm saying? Clarissa looks broke with that $8 million she got. She looks broke. I'm like, don't nothing about her look $8 million. And I'm not saying she need a stylist. I'm not saying, she need a hairdresser. I'm just saying her aura still look broke. You know what I mean? I'm like, do anybody see this? Do anybody see what I'm saying? Seeing, and I think I forget what interview somebody did a commentary on, but I'm like, this girl still looks broke with that $8 million she got, with that all that thousands of drip she got, still look broke. That says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. So I will end it with this. We don't care, Clarissa, that you got that $8 million. If somebody gonna support you, they're gonna support you. If somebody rooting for you, they're gonna root for you. They don't care how much money you got. And I use Fantasia to see that we remembered her humble beginning. My mother still watches that video from the beginning to the end, and when they say the winner is Fantasia Marino, and my mother still clap and still be happy, you know, my way I would tell her don't, well, she don't, she's old now, she don't buy nothing, no movies, and I mean videos, I mean, music and stuff, and she don't do none of that. But just to just to see that where she started to, where when she wanted, how she is now, and she's wealthy and making money, and us people got her there. Us regular people got Fantasia there, and we supported her, and we was rooting for her, and then we seen her getting bigger and bigger, and everybody was happy for her. So that goes to show, and this is for anybody, any celebrity who may be out there watching it, keep throwing money in people's faces. So what? We don't care. It's not doing nothing for us. You're not making us, you can't make us jealous of something we never had. You can't make us regular people, oh man, what you want us to be like, oh, I wish I was Clarissa? No, if anything, I just wish I had the $8 million. Not me, and no, I don't wish. I never was the type that prayed. My prayers, and y'all know my prayers always was for family, family, family. Health, health, health. Strength, strength, strength. Keep me at peace, God. Keep me with a sound mind. That's how, and thank God. Maybe that's why I never, even when I was young, too tired to say my prayers, get on my knees and say my prayers while I'm going to sleep. God, please keep me youthful, keep me healthy, keep my family, God, like that was always my prayer. When I was in my young wild days, I'm too tired to get on my knees and pray. But God, you can hear me, So that was me. I never was that type that wanted money. And look, today he still keeps me. With all that's going on, he still keeps me. Y'all, 2026, get ready. Get ready. The footage that I will be releasing, I'm letting it, like my therapist said, go for force. Go for force. And we talked about a little bit about Candace's show, and she said, Shanika, do you understand? You talked about airplanes and helicopters, and you being followed by air. Do you understand this? And you say you have footage from 5 years ago. What are you holding it for? My therapist said this. Didn't even know this woman be watching me. Said, what is you holding this stuff for? Candace already gave you the green light. She already proved that it's a plane that follows Erica. She said, you was the first one talked about this. Why you? I don't know, but I believe you. Release it. Post them, post them, post them. So that's what I'm going to start doing, guys. 2026, I'm not playing. God has been with me. God is with me. He's been with me since day one. through all this when I just didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. It's still happening. From Baltimore to Philly, we rode up here. They was on me. I got it on camera. It's footage after footage for 5 years. She said, Shanika, do you understand? You was talking about these things last year. 10, well, she didn't say 10, 10, 24, but I'm saying 10, 10, 24. You was the first one who came out and said it's an airplane about. She said, you even know. She said, I remember you even there. How do I know? I remember. How do I know? Because I recorded that live. She said, I recorded that live. She said, you even told us the four helicopters that followed you. You told us the colors of the plane. You said this in your live last year. She said, for uh, Candace Owens. Then she had her. Have you ever heard of Candace Owens? Like, really? Of course I heard of Candace Owens. I'm subscribed to Candace Owens. She said, and she was talking about an airplane that followed Erica Kirk for years, and you was the first one talking about what's following you over your head. You was talking, said, what are you waiting for? So, guys, and I'm thinking, because we even was discussing, she even was suggesting how I should do it. A lot of my shorts be like, hey, follow me as I'm getting followed. This is what happened. She said, no, you come on camera. You show your face, show in the corner, side by side, split. You talking about this is on this day. This is why you on live. This is on this day. This is what happened on this day. You tell them why you watching. Don't do no more that behind it where you can't see their face. Let the world see. Let the world see your story. And that's what I'm going to start doing. That's what I'm going to start doing. Y'all get a therapist in y'all life. Yeah, so I just had to put that out there. And no, I don't, because I know, the type of person Claressa is. It's like, to me, it's like she be wanting females that not like her, right? She be like wanting it like that. She talking about she's jealous of me. I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm content in my own little broke world, as y'all say, right? I'm content. I see all this madness and people. I got 31st. Like, oh my goodness, what is this world coming to? Take me back. Take me back to the 90s. I'll stay there. Like, what? But guys, this was fun. This was fun. I got 8 likes. It's showing one person on. Um. Oh, somebody said, "What the hell you talking about?" Um. Yeah, I remember you back then, Jack. Who is Jake Aquarius? I don't know you, sir. Tell me more about you. Who is a Jake Aquarius? Don't know you. You don't know me from back in the day. Prove it. Tell me how you know me back in the day. Let's have this conversation. And then you said, what the hell I'm talking about? Go and watch my live 10 10 24. It's up here posted. Go watch my live 10 10 24. You demonic soul, you. And you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, guys. So I just got, y'all know I got footage for days, and my my therapist, she was a breath of fresh air with helping me and understanding. And who would have known that? I forgot I gave this lady my YouTube channel many years ago when I went to talk to her before. She's like, well, what channel? You got a YouTube page. Well, what the page is about? And I gave, so I forgot all about it. I probably gave so many people this daggone page and forgot that I gave them on this page. And they probably watching me like, hey, nigga, you going through that, girl? But we had our fun together. They probably like, oh, pity on you. We had our fun. I'm glad it wasn't we had our fun. I'm glad they weren't following us when we was outside. But y'all, I'm great gone. This person here do not know me. And if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about, watch my first live 10 10 24. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow. It was fine. I did not want to go live. I'm telling you, when I ended that 3 minute live, I said, "Oh my goodness, I got two new subscribers, and I ain't even come on." Y'all see, I wasn't even on. Yep. So guys, keep me in y'all prayer. Y'all pray that I lose 21 more pounds. I said I want to be 50 pounds lighter by my 50th birthday. So we can see, because Lord's will, I want to, if God see fit, I want to have a 90s party, you know. Um, I'm going to have a 90s party for my birthday. My cousin, she had a 50th birthday in September, and she gave like a prom. Like, why she give a prom? Like, I don't, probably 'cause she never went to her prom. Yeah. She never went to her prom. She was pregnant. But she gave a prom. I want to give like a 90s. I always say I wanted to do that. Give like a 90s. Those was the days. Those was the days. And those was the. Those was the days. But yeah. Alright, guys. I'm ready to be out. I may come to y'all tomorrow. So yeah, this will be posted. I'll title it, so hopefully Claressa can see this if she not already watching. All right, guys. Peace. God bless y'all.